I found him some food.
You're from Florida, right?
45 minutes for the average paddler. We are not average paddlers. Yeah, using it as a paddleboard, man, I've been able to turn it pretty easy, dropping that edge down, but it stays kind of stable. Oh yeah. All right, here we are, the Ichetucknee Springs State Park. And what we're doing, we're putting in at the trailhead, which is they're calling the head springs right here. And we're gonna kayak all the way down to the Santa Fe, and we're taking out on the Santa Fe on 129, which is not on this map here. But the normal route for this would be from Head Springs to inside the park, Dampier's or Midpoint, which is 1.5, 2.2. And then there's a south takeout that's 3 miles. But you can go a little further and get out at the 129, which I think is around about maybe 9.5 miles, which to me is like maximizes the best of both worlds. You get the springs into an actual river. So that's pretty cool that you do that. And you could see some of the rules here. You want to have no food, drinks, tobacco, alcohol, normal stuff of fishing, and no disposable containers. So I have like Nalgene bottles, and there's no coolers allowed, but I will have a cooler with me because I'm going down to the Santa Fe. I'm not taking out into the park. So those are some of the rules as far as that. So we are at the north entrance, and there's the address to the north entrance right there. And they do use the dock locks, my favorite locking system right there, the dock locks. So you guys could rent any type of kayaks in advance. And according to this sign, there are alligators out here, by the way. So I'm actually hoping we see some alligators. That's my goal. I don't run from them, I run to them. So you got the boat dock that comes down, long boat dock, and they actually had a cart up there, which is crazy. They supplied a cart for me. Right, so here we are down here at the bottom of the kayak launch. You know, Jesse's going suns out, guns out in mid-December.
Love it.
We did Spring Creek yesterday. We actually found some whitewater down here, and I'm in the Crescent Kayaks K-Craft. So we're going to be rolling. And just for, I know all of y'all, just so you know, you can have fishing rods, but I can't fish the springs. This is for the Santa Fe River, and the cooler is because we are taking out outside the park. You can't have coolers in the park, but I got a special pass from the guy at the front, and he said that as long as we're taking out of the park, I'm good with that cooler. So for anybody that says that, and make sure you have your containers, need to all be non-disposable containers. There are no disposable containers on this craft, or his either. Well, he's disposable, but well, yeah. Does I ask if disposable humans count? So yeah, let's get on it, man. Right here. Yeah. This starts out pretty narrow, doesn't it? Compared to what we were on yesterday, this is really narrow. So no inner tubes can launch from up here. It has to be kayaks or sup boards only. Well, kayaks, canoes, sups, things like that can launch from this north entrance. The inner tubes have to launch from the south entrance. So up in that area is what they call Blue Hole, which is one of the largest underground caves, underwater caves around this whole region. But you can't paddle up through there. There's a hiking trail, and they don't want you walking inside the forest here, trampling on everything. That's why it's got the sensitive area, and they have all that closed off. But you can walk in the trail up there, which is about 10 minutes from the parking lot where we launched at. And then you dive right into there. So that's all the Blue Hole right there. And it looks like we're not even a half mile down, maybe a 1/10 of a mile from the kayak launch. So if you're wanting to do that, you need to hike in, not paddle in, because you can't paddle up into that area. All right, it's pretty opened up now. Look how wide open this thing is. This started like super small, probably 8 feet across. Now we're probably looking at about 40 or 50 feet from shore to shore. And it seems to stay moving the entire time. So all you're kind of doing is steering strokes, not so much like paddling. So you could technically just kind of float this the entire time. This is actually decent speed. Look at this. Catch this eddy right here. What's this guy? Right there's a professional paddleboarder in the making. Well, minus that part. What do you think that's about 15 feet right here?
Yeah, not deep enough.
There's been all kinds of different birds in here. It's like a big variety of birds. He's right in front of my bow right there. Are you running a tour? Yeah.
We're with the
Silver Springs State Park.
Oh, he found him some food. Hey there. This area called
I think that's the midpoint. That's,
Midpoint Takeout
yeah,
or put in.
yeah,
And then it's Dampier
yep.
is the next one, put in or take out.
Yeah.
We're going all the way to 129.
Yeah, using it as a paddleboard, man, I've been able to turn it pretty easy dropping that edge down, but it stays kind of stable. To me, that still feels stable, and I'm all the way on edge right there. Gotta hit this eddy. Now go back to kayak mode. This has definitely been one of the better boats I've paddled for sure. I don't even mind paddling it way up here in the front like this. The hatch is still above the water. The water's just now coming up to the scupper, and then it lifts the tail up. There's a lot of volume in this front for doing this. Walk all the way around on this thing.
Let's try it backwards. If we did it frontwards, let's try it. So we'll try it backwards paddle. How about that?
You say, wow, wow, wow.
Dude, that's working. I've been living backwards my whole life. That's falling. So this is the Dampier takeout or put in, whichever one you want to call it. And you could put in here and then paddle upstream from here.
K-craft slalom. Oh yeah. See you, buddy. Okay, so right here is the last exit point for the springs. Before, if you paddle past this, you're going to go under the bridge, under the highway, and then you'll come into the Santa Fe River. So you want to make sure you take out right here, because once you pass that, you're going to be paddling back upstream to get back to your vehicle if you're parked in the park. So they call this the last takeout. So this is the Highway 27 crossing right here. So this will let you know that you're out of the state park. So from this point on, you can fish, and you can see it says no motorboats past this point. So from this sign down, so technically from Highway 127 down, you can pretty much use your fishing rods. You can have, you know, your coolers and all that, and you can see that it's actually some decent little rapids down there. Hey, we got some class 5 current coming up. We're going to use the standing position because Jesse's doing it, so I'm going to do it. I don't want him to be the only one to get the thrill of Florida whitewater. Woohoo! Man, he's got more of a sup paddle than I do. Oh, we're moving. Woo!
Steep creaking that.
That's some steep creaking right there.
That's fine.
So we're officially out of the park.
I guess it's eventually going to start.
Now we can do whatever we want.
I think it's going to start mixing.
The hydro bike, look at this thing. Hydro bike, the pedals chain, and it looks like you have a handle for steering, like a little trolling motor handle. Oh yeah. Ow!
Slow it down to make the lake bigger. Sometimes maybe it's just...
Oh, he's going to town on that grass under there. All right, here it is. This is the 129 takeout. So overall, it looks like you paddle the springs into the Santa Fe River, and the Santa Fe River is a little longer than probably most would want to do to get to this 129 takeout. But overall, it's a really fun day. Just kind of like starts out moving current. This is pretty steady, but you could fish your entire way down, have a good time, no big hurry. And it looks like it took us, you know, taking our time about 5 hours. And Jesse's on paddleboard, I'm on the K-craft, which is kayaking some, paddleboarding some. So yeah, there it is, everybody. That's the 129 paddle. Long day. See y'all in the next video.